Welcome, dear Sangha, to our Serkhangma Prayer Commentary series with our Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We will begin our teachings, commentary in our Yellow Gurchan Institute Prayer Book, page 4 and 5, with opening prayers. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Tangwe doji shaje rezuan rawan shenche mada doje ponjong ba surje lomba tabre jibek shaje jarbu jadung gozan zar turjen shenche delo naro tam marba mala chuje gambo ba pamo drepa jawan rogom kajue lama nanje da jon she danandana zera damje da lama labe la ye jisu zang Lapson yon din jam zeng a la wan den de don jen de be ge le zur da ge lo chu san ro gar sin je lab de zur chu lam den ro gar sin je lab de zur lam ro wa ze war sin je lab de zur ro wa yi ji zhen ja war sin je lab de zur gang ge din jen de wan jong ga ba me ba chi ba me ba ta me ba me ban ro me ba da de do me dun je me zhe ba ne je je zen ba zu ba san je ma nan je dan ba de la shang zar do ren je za ba la ma je je gu zong do je sin lan da da ge ju lan bu da ge den ba dan sun je je don ja chen ba ro ba sun je la do so grant your blessings so that my mind may be one with the Dharma. Grant your blessings so that the Dharma may progress along the path. Grant your blessings so that the path may clarify confusion. Grant your blessings so that I may transform confusion into wisdom. Dear Dhamma brothers and sisters, we continuously go forward the part of prostration branch of prostration. So it has prostrate to the body, speech, mind, qualities and activities. So still we are in the prostrate to the mind, right? So prostration is we prostrate to Guru Vajradhara's body, and we prostrate Guru Vajradhara's speech and mind. So the main reason is Guru Vajradhara's 3 doors, and over 3 doors are indivisible. Now we have dualistic perception, so at that moment we have a distance between us and our Guru Vajradhara. But if we cross the many mountains, we cannot reach. We cannot reach near the Guru Vajradhara. But we purify through obscurations, through the listening the Dharma, reflect on Dharma and meditate on Dharma. Then we can reach nearby the Guru Vajradhara, and we can become Guru Vajradhara. So because in reality we are Guru Vajradhara, in reality everything is Dharma Dhatu, emptiness, and Dharmakaya. So when we our mind obscured by obscurations, then Guru's mind and our mind, Guru's speech and our speech, Guru's form and our form different. So we are, since we have a dualistic perception, we of course we cannot recognize our Buddha nature, and we cannot recognize we are the Guru Vajradhara, but in relative level we cannot generate Bodhichitta and compassion for mothers and human beings because of a dualistic perception. Since we have a dualistic perception, then we are very important, or I am very important. But how much we think we are important and I am important, then it bends in the pillar of samsara. So and then in the samsara, what we hear, what we see, what we feel, there are many unpleasant or uncomfortable situations occur. So basically we all have these temporary problems, temporary obstacles. They are like dirt on the floor. To clean away them through broom. So bodhicitta and compassion are like a broom to remove those dirt on the floor of our mind. Especially, actually, I heard all religion have talk about compassion and bodhicitta. Especially a Buddhist, in Buddha Dharma, since beginning open prayer book and until the end of the dedication, between there all the activities are combined bodhicitta and compassion. If you don't have bodhicitta, you cannot take refuge. You cannot follow Buddha Dharma and Sangha. It's impossible. If you are going to authentically follow them, you need bodhicitta and compassion. And also, in the middling way of practice, middling means the after you recited open this refuge part, and then you visualize. When you visualize, you should visualize you and Yidam deities are non-duality. So this is also you can able to understand through bodhicitta. For instance, all these beings, these mother's thinking beings, and my mind are same because basically they need happiness. The happiness comes from bodhicitta and compassion. So then during the dedication, if we don't have a dedicate, then we cannot give over merit to all mother thinking beings. For example, we have a simple love with a friend and family, and between disciples and teachers. So then we have a love. Through this way, we can share each other's and we can give something. But if we don't have love with someone, and we have to give something to them, this is not easy. Similarly, if we are going to dedicate our merit, then without bodhicitta, then we cannot dedicate authentically, purely. If we do not dedicate, then our merit are impermanent. Impermanent, yeah, because dedication is like a bank. If you have money you save in the bank, they keeps your money. If you keep by yourself, it is well possible lost or somebody stole, or it's very possible that you were lost. Similarly, if you don't dedicate well, then the merit will not multiply, will not save, which means you keep you just keep it, and then after a little while, then some other afflictive emotion arise, and then they carry away your merit. Like they are water float, and then near the rivers there are beautiful flowers and grass or something like that. If a water float come, everything carries away. Similarly, if we don't dedicate well, then our merit will exhaust. So that's why bodhicitta and compassion is extremely important, especially to realize our mind and Guru's mind are same. If you need this realization, then bodhicitta and compassion are very necessary. things. So bodhicitta and compassion, how they arise is you should arise them with your feeling, not only from the mouth, not only from in your brain. You heard the name of bodhicitta and compassion. You heard the qualities of bodhicitta and compassion in your brain, and then you transform or you move, you spend in your heart. The benefit is if you spend these qualities, whatever you heard, whatever you learned in your heart, and then in the heart means a store of all the channels. In the heart, every channel is gathering together there. So that's way your bodhicitta and compassion, the comes there or arises there, and then they provide through whole your body, from your crown chakra and the under the feet. It provide everywhere, and then bodhicitta and compassion provide everywhere. Then you have happy mind, happy feeling. This happy feeling provide every your body. So if you have a little sickness in some part of your body, it will solve these problems. And then slowly you progress that. What will happen is this bodhicitta, first you feel the feeling of bodhicitta and compassion. We call it happiness. And then slowly this will grow, progress or increase, slowly increase, then bless. We often mentioned bless. Bodhicitta and compassion transform into bliss. This bliss is, if I try to explain here, we cannot explain exactly. Why we cannot explain exactly? Because bliss is beyond of words. This happiness or pleasure, pleasing or pleasure or enjoyment is beyond the words actually. But we finally we use that name is Sambhogakaya. We call it Sambhogakaya. Then there is no other word. We say happiness and then bliss and great bliss. And then finally we say Sambhogakaya. So, according to the Vajrayana vehicle, we have a Vajra body. So this Vajra body is a mandala, this Vajra body is Pure Land, and this Vajra body is Yidam deity. So this Vajra body is Sambhogakaya, unified Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, and Dharmakaya. So these bliss, the part of bliss, great bliss, we call Sambhogakaya. But then this bliss is vividly, this bliss, we can experience that bliss vividly, lucidly, clearly. That part we call Nirmanakaya. But then this lucidity or this bliss, is unlimited, never exhaust. This part we call Dharmakaya. So Milarepa said, if you search Buddha, you cannot find. But you look at your mind, you can find the Buddha. Look at the mind. This part is extremely important. Look at mind. Look at that time. Look at mind. When you heard from a guru's instruction, it says, look, look. At that moment, you should realize that it mentions view. In the Zoba Chimbo, it says you should find meditation through view. Through meditation, you cannot find view. But you find meditation through view. And Reno Milarepa said, if you search Buddha outside, you cannot find, but you look at your mind, you find Buddha. That means they are same meaning. So there are many favorite teachings, and why they are favorite? Because we have these favorite things in this body, in this mind, in this life. So Turikayas are here in our mind. These Turikayas not separately remains. These Turikayas inseparably remains together. We call it Guru. And then if we pointing out what that Guru is our mind. So there is a sometimes I talk with my Dharma friends, with some friends, Dharma friends. Actually, I don't have that super realization, but I just thought like that. If we are going to create samsara and we are going to create dharmakaya, actually we create dharmakaya is very easy. Because fundamentally we have dharmakaya, and create dharmakaya means just understanding. Look it at and then understanding. That's all. But then why I said the create samsara is difficult? Because it is endless. This morning we ate a lot of food, but now almost hungry. My body is impermanent, so it tells I need more. And then whatever we do, every day cyclic exists. We just round. We do repeat. And through this we make lots of attachment and aversion. Today I've finished everything. Okay. We cannot say it in the samsara. If we eat a lot of food, it is too much. If we not eat food, we are hungry. Same like that. If we have one clothes, it's not enough. We still need more clothes. For example, for me, I have to wash this. I need during that I have to wear another clothes. So I need another clothes. And then we have only one body, but how many clothes? We have only two foot. How many shoes? Something like that. 2 feet, yeah. So if we are going to accomplish some activities, this is endless. That's where it's so difficult to accomplish samsara. Especially samsara is very temporary. It's like a clouds in the sky. If today in the sky clouding, if we are joy that beautiful clouds, I'm happy these clouds. 1 hour later it gone. We cannot find where is going, which direction. Some things are like that. Dharmakaya, it means like a empty space, unchangeable, always stay, remain permanently. Dharmakaya is permanent and omniscient is permanent. This mentioned in the Kajupa instruction and the Nyingmapa's instruction. The reason is this: we call it permanent, but this permanent is not like a kind of someone who misunderstandingly says some view are permanent. This permanent is actually, we call it great permanent, but actually this is beyond of impermanent and permanent. But we just call it permanent. So that means it's unchanging, changeless. So this changeless is also not like just an empty space, okay? Not just like an empty space, but there are many qualities. It is changeless, it is bliss, it is lucidity. So if we experience in a moment, for example, the lucidity and bliss, and then this temporary happiness are not, we can recognize these temporary happiness are not happiness. Even if we don't have a realization on this higher Dharmakaya realization, if we have a kind of what is called the equanimity, realization of equanimity, and then we will not attach strongly on the temporary happiness. So, however, we prostrate means, I already mentioned in Tibetan call it cha. Cha means, however, is clean, purify the obscurations, and bring the qualities, realizations. Bring the qualities and realizations means to arise. We already have the seed of these three kayas and so on. So then how to grow or arise, grows and arises the seed of this what is called the Buddha nature, or the Guru Vajradhara. This is devotion. I already mentioned that is a devotion. So when we have a devotion, then we can see these external gurus are the as Yidam deities and Buddhas, and then we will receive the qualities from the these gurus. So so devotion, faith and devotion are also a little different. So sometimes you should examine your mind. Our practitioners actually examine our own mind. Buddha said that don't engage in any non-virtues and cultivate virtues, And then time, right? Time your mind. This is Buddhism. So Buddhism is also not outside of our mind. Dharma means fixed, fixing, fixed. Dharma means fixed. What we are going to fix? Fixed our own mind. If our mind is like material things, that material phenomena or material thing, if we put that outside and there are lots of rings and sunshine, and there's some on these things have some kind of brown colors, and then the nectar of Dharma have to clean it. So through practice of Dharma, we are going to clean our mind. So the devotion and faith also has three aspects, right? Yearning faith and trusting and so on. The devotion means you are completely transformed into this devotion feeling, which is when you heard Guru's speech, when you see Guru's face, when you remember Guru, it's spontaneously tears come from your eyes, and your bodies are become I don't know how to say that. It's kind of your pause, the here of pause, right? It's open. That means you have a special feeling. That is you are completely kind of faith. Completely you are in faith through your body, speech, and mind. At that time, almost if a Guru tells you you jump into the big river, you have no doubt. Of course, Guru has compassion. Bodhichitta will not tell you, so Guru will not tell you you should jump in the river. But what Guru tells you is look at your mind. And then you look at your mind. And then Lama Taransam Sanjay's Guru and my mind, our mind and Buddha are indivisible. You realize that. So the devotion is a key point to follow our Guru. But devotion, it does not mean always you should cry and something, okay? But internally, if your mind is if your mind combines with devotion, then you will not see any mistakes on Guru's action. I don't mean Guru have to make all the mistakes and you never have to see mistakes. If I say that, this is not honest because this is not karmic system. But Guru means Guru will not do mistakes actually. Guru means, I already mentioned, heavy object. Guru means heavy object actually, like a heavy tree. Why? Because if tree has fruits, leaves, branches, and then this tree is spontaneously heavy. So the Guru has qualities, 32 minor and 80 major marks and 60 melodies speech, and then the 4 power and 4 failures and 18 special qualities in the mind. So Guru will never engage mistakes. But if we are followed with these faculties, 5 sins, and then we see the mistakes, because they are for watch mistakes. Through eye consciousness, we cannot see the Buddha nature. Eye consciousness is a very gross consciousness, so it just looking. It's judgy. It judges right or wrong. And ear consciousness are same. And other these 5 or 6 5 consciousness are same. They are judging the external objects. If we follow them, then definitely we see sometimes right things appears wrong. But our mind, consciousness of mind, there is still have many thoughts, but we don't follow thoughts. So watch, it does not mean you look only by your eyes, but one thing, if your mind is full of devotion, and then you look at your guru, then at that time our mind's inner consciousness, mind consciousness has a very superpower, so it overcome or control every consciousness. For that reasons, you can see you will able to see many qualities on Guru's form. And then same like you listen Guru's instructions, you hear very special things. Often I told you, when we follow Guru, only during the teaching, Guru will give special teaching, I expect something. It's not smart, really. This is not how we are follow. And some empowerment. If I need empowerment on my head, and then there's a saying, what is it called? Owl. What is it called? I forget. The ox, not ox. Anyhow, yeah, this is sorry, I forgot that. However, how to follow Guru's instruction is, when Guru eating food, when Guru walking on the road, stand, sit down, between there and sometimes joke, say something, inside has some like nectar of instructions. You bring them, as Milarepa said, instructions dissolve in the mind as a salt dissolve into the ocean. So if you bring them and dissolve in your mind, then these instructions are real instructions. Only during the teaching you expect something. Yeah, of course, if you bring all the teachings are into the instructions, that is amazing. But I mean, don't expect only during the teaching or something. And then especially we all have to watch ourselves. When we watch ourselves and we we try to follow karma. If we follow karma, then we follow Guru's instruction. Guru's instructions and law of karma are same like if they are map, the law of karma and the Guru's instructions are same path. I follow karma, Guru's instruction is different, then this is probably not your mistake. If a guru tells you the beyond the karma, then I think this is at that moment it's well not possible. It will not possible, but if it is possible, then of course you this is unnecessary to follow that instruction. You can examine it as instruction. You have freedom. Devotion and examination are friend. Okay, that is important. Many it's possible. I did not heard that, but many friends thought, oh, if we have devotion, then we don't examine it, don't allow to examine. If we examine it, we don't have. Examining is how to examine it. How to examine, that is very important. Oh, this guru is good or not, come from where, background. Just if you examining like more about that, I think at least it's 10%, 20% you receive the information of mistakes. And then this information is very powerful because we are in samsaric being. That's where we immediately can connect with that. So examining means guru gives instruction how much it will benefit to me, you know. Oh, he said visualize like this, and then you do it. If it doesn't benefit for you, then you can stop it. So something like that. And however, right now we are in the junction. It's called junction. If we turn in, still continuously remain in the samsara, especially go in the lower realms, or we go to we will go to the liberation path. We are in the junction right now. Because in this there are 6 realms, among them only our human being has this opportunity. Other beings, they all have Buddha natures, but they don't have this opportunity. That's where we say, why? Because we can generate Bodhichitta. Since in your body has mind, right? In your body has mind. If in your mind has Bodhichitta, then your life is precious life. If in your body has mind, yeah, of course, but in your mind has no Bodhichitta, it's very difficult to say you have precious human life. But you have human life, but not precious. It's very difficult to say you have precious human life. So Bodhichitta means Buddha, Bodhichitta. This sound are pretty much similar, right? Sound. So Bodhichitta is seed. Bodhichitta is like a how to say condition, or like a water and dirt to grow some plants or Bodhi tree. So then if we generate it, we can do. We don't want to ask to share something, Buddha, please share me your half of your Bodhichitta or something. We don't need to ask Buddha. And also, we don't want to learn much for the generate Bodhichitta year by year. And also, we don't want to do retreat for many years in very solid place for generating Bodhichitta. We don't need them. Also, to generate Bodhichitta, we don't want to change our clothes. generate bodhicitta, only you change your mind. If you are angry, your enemy, be patient. If you are laziness in Dharma practice, keep diligence. If you have greed something, you generosity. Practice generosity. And then meditate with wisdom. In the six paramitas, we say wisdom. Wisdom is ultimate bodhicitta. This rest of 5 are relative bodhicitta. So whatever you do, the bodhisattva's activities. That's why in the 37 way of bodhisattva is often said this is a way of bodhisattva, this is a way of a bodhisattva. Under each and every sentence it says that. So bodhicitta we cannot buy anywhere. We can buy so expensive things like a laptop and so. However, we can buy lots of wonderful things in Amazon, right? But bodhicitta, you cannot buy it from Amazon. Because it does not mean Amazon is not good. Okay? Because bodhicitta is in our mind. So we don't need to buy it. Number one. Number two, if you try to buy bodhicitta somewhere, you have no to buy these things. Money, if we have money, we can buy lots of things, but money cannot buy bodhicitta. The main reason is that. So, especially we should understand the qualities of bodhicitta. When we have many kind of terrible things in our mind, the thoughts are the storm, and lots of these, we have problems. At that moment, you remember the qualities of bodhicitta and gently close your eyes, and then through your pulse, just radiate bodhicitta like a sun rays. And your body, mind is spontaneously, automatically relax. This is not yet ultimate bodhicitta. This is relative bodhicitta, but it makes very calm down and relax. If we don't experience on that, and then it's quite hard. Otherwise, really, if we are too much follow on the storms, feeling of storm, it's possible we will become some spirit gods. Even in the Dharma has some spirit gods, the left story, they are arise from like a storm. Their action is like a storm, right? So, however, we what I say, of course, I will try to put it into the action, and please let us do it. Whether if we cannot become Buddha immediately, but if we instantaneously generate bodhicitta, it will make great benefit to us and our environment and the all mother sentient beings. At least you should think in your body has thousands of we not say insects, what is called thousands of beings or lives in our body. They are invisible. But if you have some microscope, it's very possible. So their consciousness and your consciousness are very much related. Your mind and my mind are related, but more than that, right now, in your body has beings, lives, and your mind are very much related. For instance, if I pull a water, the root of a big tree, I don't want to pull the water all the top of branches of that tree. If I pull water the root of that tree, then through this way it will benefit all the leaves of that tree and branches of that tree, skin of that tree. So that means they have a special relation. Similarly, you can make great benefit through your bodhicitta in your beings who are in your body. And then that benefit is you are what is called they makes happy to you because you generate bodhicitta in their mind. They keeps balance. They will not fight each others. They will not fight each others. We call it bacteria or something. They remain balanced, and then you have a healthy body. Your face is handsome or beauty, and your bodies are kind of whatever. These are karma. It's very much related in previous karma, in previous life, how you did. In previous life, you did good karma. This life's body is also looking good, and there are many positive things. But what color or what shape, these are already you had since you your mother gave birth to you, and then you had that. It's quite hard to fix them, but it doesn't matter. But if you generate bodhicitta, and whether your color is yellow or red or orange or whatever, green, or in your body also has many lives. So if you generate bodhicitta, then they make a healthy body for you. Healthy body means it's balance. It's balanced and fresh and relaxing. If you relax for 5 minutes peacefully, this is also a benefit. So bodhicitta, we should remember quality of bodhicitta. Sometimes, now I say that perhaps it's quite hard. Suddenly, I say that at the same time you do that. Perhaps you cannot do it. If you do, you already have not problems. So I don't know how much suddenly can benefit. But you at least one time you do it when you have really serious difficulty in your mind. For example, you are unhappy with someone, or you are uncomfortable by yourself or something. At that time you utilize, I don't know what we say, at least at that moment it will help you to calm down. So then this is also a benefit, right? Okay, so in brief, whether you continuously from yesterday, whether you can count the major and minor marks and so on is no big deal, but you should know how much each and every path instruction of the guru benefits you. This is the quality of the guru's speech. The guru's speech comes from bodhicitta. Also, see how much you relax upon seeing the guru's face when you are exhausted from various obstacles. So Through these ways, we understand how much the Guru's qualities benefit us. We have to understand the Guru's qualities through these simple ways. This is important. Often we look far away and expect higher cities and don't see the benefits which are already very close to us. There is a saying that you cannot see something if you are too close to it. The Buddhas of the three times are in front of us in the form of our Guru. When we see the qualities of the Guru's body, speech, and mind, we should recognize that they are related to karma. This should increase our trust in karma. Seeing the Guru's qualities should wake us up to the infallibility of karma. In brief, the root text says, even if experienced during all oceans of karpas, by all the victorious ones, without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possess limitless qualities. This doesn't mean that Buddhas have no power to express their qualities, but it means that their qualities are limitless. All the Buddha's qualities are included in the three Vajras. First is the Vajra body. It appears, but is the union of appearance and emptiness. When you realize that, that is paying homage to the Guru's body. You can hear the Guru's Vajra speech, but it is empty. When you realize that, that is prostrating to the Guru's speech. The Guru's Vajra mind is clear and empty. When you realize that, that is prostrating to the Guru's mind. According to the Mantarayana, these three Vajras are included in the three syllables of Om, Ah, and Hum. When we recite Om, we visualize that all forms are the form of the Guru. When we recite Ah, we hear all sounds as the Guru's speech. When we recite Hum, we see all thoughts as the Guru's mind. As Lord Jigten Sungkung said, the qualities of the Guru Vajradhara primordially exist. When we practice the generation stage, we create visualizations with our mind. But the qualities of the Guru are not created in any way. They exist primordially. These qualities appear to us when we purify our obscurations. So this is called the result of separation. There are actually 2 points of view about this. One says that the qualities depending on cause and conditions. But the view in the Kagyu and Nyingma traditions is that the qualities primordially exist and are merely covered by obscurations that must be removed. After realizing the qualities of the Guru, we should supplicate as follows. In all of my lives, may I never be separated from the perfect Guru, enjoying the glory of the sublime Dharma and perfecting the precious qualities of the stages and paths. May I quickly attain the state of the glorious Guru. Next is homage to the Guru's activities. The root text says, the before one is the Guru's qualities, homage to the Guru's qualities part, right? So next is homage to the Guru's activities. The root text says, until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. We all honor the enlightened activities of the Buddha. This is where we bow down to the Guru. The supreme refuge, whose excellent activities bring about the spiritual maturity of limitless beings. The Guru is not to be differentiated in essence from the Buddha. He is identified as the perfect union of the Buddha and Guru Vajradhara. All the 10 branch practices are performed in relation to that object. Besides being innumerable, these activities arise effortlessly, are never interrupted, and continue until samsara is emptied. Arising effortlessly means that they are not something that requires exertion. Once one attains Buddhahood, there is no need to exert effort in order to accomplish one's wish. Rather, enlightened activities are the result of the aspirations one has made over many eons. The force of those aspirations becomes operational at the time of enlightenment and spontaneously accomplish all these activities. Enlightened activities are unceasing because their purpose is to lead all beings to enlightenment. These arise from great compassion for all living beings. Once one becomes a Buddha, that compassion causes one to engage in activities until all living beings are freed. All living beings are freed from their misery and established in the perfect happiness of enlightenment. One does that by leading beings away from their obsession with the worldly objects of enjoyment and directing them towards the pursuit of liberation and beyond to attain highest good of perfect enlightenment. Such activities also have the quality of being able to address the particular needs of each living being and being appropriate to each individual's level of understanding and ability to practice. To such inexpressible activities, we bow down. Buddha's activities occur spontaneously and for all sentient beings equally because each and every sentient being has Buddha nature. If one can give rise to Bodhichitta, even just momentarily, that is also the Buddha's activity. Perhaps you may think that it's your own activity and not the Buddha's. But this compassion and Bodhicitta arise from your Buddha nature and not from you as an individual. Individual grasping activities are the afflictive emotions. The Buddha's activities can be categorized in 4 types: pacifying, increasing, magnetizing, and subjugating. The Buddha's activities never end until the end of samsara, because they radiate from the power of bodhicitta and merit and commitment made during the path of accumulations. So the bodhicitta is actually bodhicitta. Actually, we can generate bodhicitta on one person, but usually we generate bodhicitta all sentient beings. That's why we call it immeasurable bodhicitta. So if we create the cause of immeasurable happiness, then this result will immeasurable. This merit will immeasurable. Will be immeasurable. So that is a karmic system. In the beginning, during all the paths and bhumis, and finally after enlightenment, all of the Buddha's activities are for the benefit of sentient beings. The Buddha's activities of body, speech, and mind all benefit beings spontaneously, without conceptual thought. Indra, the king of the gods, resides in a palace made of diamonds with his goddesses. His form is reflected everywhere by the demons, and all the other gods see his enjoyment, and they supplicate him and wish to also have that enjoyment. Just as Indra's reflection has no intention to cause the other gods to aspire to that enjoyment, similarly, the Buddha's body, with the 32 major and 80 minor marks, inspire other beings to wish to attain Buddhahood, even though it has no conceptual thought of doing so. The Buddha's speech also has no conceptual thoughts, but it still benefits mother sentient beings. For example, in the God realms, there is a very large drum called Dharma holder. Just recently, we introduced that during the mandala offering, right? On the top of a palace. Although the drum has no thought of teaching the Dharma, sounds emanate saying that all products are impermanent. All phenomena are selfless. All composed things are suffering, and nirvana is complete peace. So even without any conceptual thought, this drum sounds for the gods due to the good karma that they created in previous lives. Likewise, clouds gather and produce rain, and benefit plants and crops without conceptually intending to. In a similar way, the Buddha's speech brings benefit with no conceptual thought. The way the Buddha's mind brings benefit without conscious thought is, for example, like the way Brahma magically appears to all the gods without physically having to go everywhere. Likewise, the Buddha's mind manifests the Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya to benefit the pure lines and the beings of the six realms without ever departing from the Dharmakaya. The Buddha's mind is like the sun, which is reflected in countless pools of water without any intention. Similarly, the Buddha's mind appears in the minds of all sentient beings without any conceptual intention to do so. The Buddha's mind is like the warmth of the sun that spontaneously shines on flowers and cause them to blossom. It is also like a wish-fulfilling gem that helps us to accomplish many goals when it is supplicated. Without any conceptual intention, the Buddha's mind helps us to accomplish our goals when we supplicate. The Nirmanakaya manifests in three forms. First is statues, tankas, and so on, along with Dharma books and scriptures. Each and every Dharma word can liberate us from the ocean of samsara. For example, just the 100-syllable mantra alone can enable us to attend Dharmakaya. This is the quality of Buddha's speech. Second is the incarnated Nirmanakaya. This includes spiritual masters or anyone who even just gives any Dharma instruction or provides any benefit to sentient beings. Even, for example, a dog that rescues someone from a burning house. The Nirmanakaya's activities even include birds that sing and cheer us up when we are tired or sad. The third form, the Supreme Nirmanakaya, is the Buddha Shakyamuni, who appeared to turn the wheel of Dharma in this eon. The reason for making prostrations are as follows. Number one, we see the qualities of the Buddha and understand them. Number two, when we see these qualities, we wish to attain them ourselves. Number three, as said in the Jewel Sky Sutara, like water pouring into water, or butter mixed with butter, our own wisdom mind sees Rigpa paramodal awareness. This is the real prostration. It is incorrect, however, to think that if we only realize the nature of mind, then we don't need to make physical prostrations, such as in the Mundo. The physical prostrations are also method for realizing the wisdom of Rigpa. We need both the method and wisdom together to attain the Dharmakaya. The Sutara of inexhaustible intellect says that practicing only wisdom without method blocks the attainment of Dharmakaya, and that practicing only method without wisdom keeps you in samsara. Therefore, method and wisdom must always be combined. So sometimes we are practice. If you are beginner practice, it's good. What you are doing good is very important. But your Dharma understanding grow, then you should follow appropriately. You should practice appropriately. Then it make more benefits. Because we are not expecting benefit for us, but we need benefit, which means then this benefit can benefit all mother beings. So when we practice Dharma, we should union method and wisdom. Only we follow this one part of this, and then the looks practice very well, but sometimes doesn't do exactly. It happened in many practitioners. It happens. But we don't want to say that, but we ourselves have to think carefully why we are practicing Dharma actually. We have two ways. One is we liberate others, help others, and then at the same time we should liberate ourselves. This is a special Dharma quality. If we benefit others, it liberate. This benefiting liberate ourselves. This samsaric object, if we give someone we don't have. If I have only this kandi, one kandi, if I give it to someone, and then I don't have to eat it. But Dharma is we give others, but benefit comes back. So later, actually, you will figure them out. The offering things. You offer to the three jewels, and Guru, essence of three jewels is a Guru. So we offer them, and then all benefit receive back. So the Gaya Gori Sutara says, in brief, the Mahayana path is two: method and wisdom. In order to go somewhere, we need both legs and eyes. If we don't have legs, then our eyes may see a beautiful place, but we can't go there. And this is like wisdom without method. If we have only legs without eyes, then we may just fall down or end up in a dangerous place. If we have both eyes and legs, then we can reach the beautiful place and experience it. We say adventure. Adventure, I think. Sometimes we go in the very nice place, travel to different places and see beautiful things. This is the kindness of our eyes and legs. So method and wisdom both are very important. So the method, we have the method means we cultivate merit as well as preliminary practice. For example, you accumulated the numbers of mandala, prostration, vajrasattva, guru yoga, and then slowly your mind will increase into the dharma mandala, and at the same time you gain great merit. So that's why these preliminary practices are extremely important, because sometimes it occurs in our dharma practitioners. They suddenly expect some siddhis from yadams, higher gurus, yadams, blessings from guru, and support by activities from yadam dakinis. So then the few years, they do make effort and do a lot. But then a few years later, there is no result. And then they say, oh, I will give up Dharma. I will not practice Buddha Dharma, because I did that, those, nothing result. So this problem is you did not practice these four thoughts. You did not practice preliminary. So number one is your merit does not enough. Number two, you have little these obstacles, and you cannot be patient with that, because you did not receive the siddhi and blessings. So that's where merit, they accumulate merit is through the preliminary practice and the four thoughts. These are the always important for us, especially if you will become a higher practitioner. If you already practiced for preliminaries and four thoughts, and then sometimes it's very possible when you practice and doing retreat, at that moment you have little obstacles. At that time, the preliminary practices greatly support to you and your practice to remove these obstacles, or they prevent before something occur to you. For that reasons, these we should emphasize the preliminary practices. So preliminary practice, perhaps you think, oh, I'm old, and now I'm so old, so I can't do that, this. No, you can do lots. For example, prostration, only prostration has many numbers. Actually, I already shared that, or well, coming. I think we're coming. So there are many ways to prostrate. And then how much you are old doesn't matter. You can speak. If you can speak, you can recite mantra. And then your mind is always young, so you can meditate. And then if mandala is, of course, you have the heavy mandala, and if you cannot keep hold in the left hand exactly, you put it in front of your puja table, and then you do it. It's pretty, this allows. Traditionally, it's allows. And then your one hand count the contour or mala, and other hand just do that mandala, just put on in front of your puja table or in your lap, wherever you like. So there is no excuse. You don't want, because we need merit. How much we have merit? If I have only $100 and my friend have $1,000, so this $100 makes me more happy. Makes me more, okay, example. $100 makes more happy. And if my friend have $1,000, it cannot make happy, makes happy as my happiness. This different is merit. Actually, we say, oh, the one has dissatisfied, too much desire or attachment. One don't have. Usually, we explain through this way, but that's not correctly a way to describe discrimination or explain about that. The main thing is merit. If you have only $100, it has power, because this is received to you. That $100 received to you, the power of your merit. That's where you are enjoy with that. So maybe we don't have that experience, but just in case, if I steal $1,000, and then I have to nervous to use it, I'm worried that sooner or later this owner or this someone understand that, and lots of worries, problems, right? So same like if through the negative emotion and negative through we collected something through negative activities, then this cause is suffering. So we don't need to collect anything through afflictive emotions. We should collect through our merit. So the best way to collect merit is practice as preliminary practices and so on. But I already mentioned, if you realize the nature of your mind and you're continuously practice it, then your practices are including there actually. But still in the Dharma base, I reflected on there many times and investigated from Buddha's teachings. One thing, this is very important. Perhaps you think, oh, if I have only realization, then I have nothing to do. But, for example, during the dissolution practice, we dissolve all the yadams in the central yadam, and then this central yadam dissolve, oneself generate yadam, for example, and then dissolve, and then once transform into like a mantra syllable, Hong syllable, and then the Hong from Shabju, Hong and Moondesk, Sun and Nada go up, and then completely like empty space. This is the highest realization or highest way of meditation. However, it's called the completion stage, right? But before other thoughts interrupt to us, and we acknowledge through our attentiveness, acknowledge other thought will start to interrupt, then we suddenly again we dedicate, or we again generate same as before Yidam Deity, like a Vajrasattva. Why we do that? This means only you attend Dharmakaya, it will still you have to benefit others. For that reasons, you have to visualize Sambhogakaya and Nemanakaya, or Rupakayas again. There is a saying something like a auspicious interdependence. So that means we have to method and wisdom goes together. Don't follow on the one way. Only you accumulate merit without engage wisdom. Then what happened? Then you have fixation arise. Fixation arise in your mind. And then slowly you demonstrate your merit. I did that, I did this, I did those. I did for something, practice, long-term retreat, long-term accumulate, and then you start to share it. Actually, share is no problem, but how to share is big deal. You share it with, you show out. That means you think I did a special thing. And then it will decrease your merit. So there are four things to decrease merit. If you show out too much your what you do through the negative mind, it will reduce. If you regret what you did about Dharma practice, it will reduce. And then what else? And then mixed with that afflictive emotions will reduce. And then if you don't dedicate, then it's possible it will reduce. So that's why we have, in brief, we need utilize. We need to utilize method and wisdom. Even we recite a single mantra, the best thing is we utilize both. Then you think how to utilize. There are many ways to utilize method and wisdom together. Number one, you just recite Om Mani Padme Hum Shri or Om Mani Padme Hum. This is a method. It's including method. And wisdom is, in the relative level, you have to compassionately recite it, or combined with Bodhichitta, recite it. And then ultimate level, you have you recite it without perception, or how to say, through the non-duality, realization, through the realization. You recite it through realization, then it will benefit. However, this so the method and the wisdom are like legs, over legs and eyes. So if we have both eyes and legs, then we can reach the beautiful place and experience it. Therefore, we shouldn't neglect practicing virtue through body, speech, and mind. When we combine with the realization of emptiness, we can attain Dharmakaya. Okay, we will stop here, and we recite the root text of Serkhangma prayer. When you recite number one, you generate compassion and Bodhichitta, and then recite it. At least you recite with the meaning, you focus in the meaning and then recite. Okay, thank you.
I gaze upon the Supreme, self-arisen Lama seated on the immutable, spontaneously established throne, here in the mandala of primordially pure mind, as it is in the supreme palace of all victorious ones of the three times. I gaze upon the Supreme Lama, who is meaningful to behold. The instant I behold that great bliss of Dharmadhatu, I cross the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful pure ground. With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of maras are defeated. In your body, the victorious ones of the three times of all 10 directions appear together with their offspring. With joy, I gaze upon your body adorned with all the major and minor marks, seated on the throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon. Three kayas, nature of the mind, Vajradhara, you are inseparable from great bliss. Bowing down to you with innumerable bodies like cloud banks, yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Your body, the nature of precious Bodhichitta, is inseparable from all the victorious ones of the three times. Thus, all Buddha fields are permeated by your body, and within your body all Buddha fields appear. I bow down to the glorious one. With your flawless, melodious speech, like an ocean of ambrosia, you show all phenomena to be unborn, thereby defeating the Mount Meru of views. I prostrate to your unhindered Vajra speech. In the mandala of immutable mind beyond thought, you never move from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu, yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the three times. I prostrate to the spontaneously established non-duality. Even if expressed during all oceans of kalpas, by all the victorious ones without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possesses limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. Oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones and ripen all sentient beings. Having completely filled the Dharmadhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. From the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable Bodhichitta. Thus, in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable beautiful offering goddesses manifest holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme scents, and food. From the cloud banks of offerings rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the three times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the three times. Light radiates once more from the body of the victorious one, manifesting parasols, victory banners, draped banners, canopies, musical instruments, garments, precious jewels, medicine, and grains. I offer ocean-like cloud banks of these manifold offerings. The 7 precious royal attributes, like the wheel, the 7 subsidiary ones, like the mansion, the auspicious substances, the substances of the siddhis, and so on have arisen from the 2 accumulations. Please accept these offerings. Furthermore, I behold in my mind and offer to the Protector all offerings throughout the limitless pure lands of the victorious ones that belong to an owner and do not belong to an owner, and all that is worthy to be offered. I offer all pure lands of the victorious ones of the three times, which are the very pure mandalas of the 3 kayas, completely filled with flawless prosperity. Please accept these offerings, you, the Lord of Compassion. To you, Protector, I offer my body, speech, and mind, all wealth equal to space without exception, and all the virtues accumulated in the 3 times. Out of compassion, please accept these for the benefit of all sentient beings. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and recollecting the Vajra goddesses of form, sound, odor, taste, and tangible objects, the 3 obscurations are purified. I offer the goddesses of appealing objects to you. Please accept them, Immaculate Victorious Lord. The Vajra goddess of body, nature of form, is the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance. I merge her with the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of mind, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred. I merge her with the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of qualities, nature of odor, is the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I merge her with the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of speech, nature of taste, is the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I merge her with the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of activity, nature of tangible objects, is the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I merge her with the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of primordial emptiness of all phenomena, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified mind as it is. I merge her with the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. I offer means and wisdom inseparable, the Supreme Victorious One, the 5 families with consorts, the assembly of Viras and Dakinis, and the Buddhas filling the limitless sky. Please accept this great bliss. From all the equality of all phenomena, the ocean-like samadhi, oceans of unwavering manifestations arise and guide all beings. Please accept the assemblies of the victorious offspring, the bodhisattvas who rule all Buddha fields. The ones of great fierceness, wrathful out of immeasurable compassion, show grinding teeth and fierce faces on their posing bodies. Please accept these wrathful victorious ones of primordial wisdom who defeat the hordes of Maras by the roar of Hung and Pet. All manifold clouds of outer, inner, and secret offerings are offered in this vast mandala of Samantabhadra's mind, within the mode of abiding, of unchanging non-duality. The unsurpassed offering of suchness is offered. All phenomena are primally and completely pure mind as it is. Within that, whatever confusion, dualistic appearance of oneself and others, distinction of good and bad, hatred and attachment there might be, each and everything I confess. May it be purified within that state. With a happy mind, I rejoice in all virtues of all the victorious ones of the 3 times, of the assemblies of the superior ones, of the unceasing wheel of the 2 accumulations, and of sentient beings. I beseech you, protectors in the worlds of the 10 directions, by completely turning the wheel of stainless Dharma with the sound of the ocean-like branches of melodious speech, please ripen all sentient beings without exception. I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until the exhaustion of the dhatu of space. Rather, fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. May all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed, supreme state by this virtue, by the virtues accumulated in the 3 times throughout all samsara and nirvana, and by the undefiled innate virtue. by the light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the palace of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one, please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform it into your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you made offerings and delighted the sublime Lama, likewise may I always offer ocean-like clouds of offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activities that do not even waver a hair's tip with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I be renowned in the three worlds. Thus may anybody just by hearing my name or remembering me be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of great bliss of the victorious ones. May I turn into any form equal to the expanse of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. Thereupon may they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed supreme awakening. Those ones who are oppressed with shrouds of ignorance, who, lost on the path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may they helplessly remember me and instantly find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible wheel of ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all victorious ones of the three times, may I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. In all my lives may I never be separated from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma by completely perfecting the qualities of bhumis and paths. May I swiftly attain the state of Vajradhara.
Chanjo Zemjo Ramboje Maje Banamanji George Je Panyamba Me Baya Kone Gondo Bevarsho.
May Bodhichitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Dhamma practice time.